Double conquering Mega Eagle. How the devil are you, folks? Okay, so that's an honorary welcome in the style of Mr. Oil Burner, who I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. And he probably needs no introduction, but I'll try anyway. He's you know, the patron saint of burning waste engine oil, the Australia's gift to the world as far as YouTube is concerned, and you know, a long time very supportive friend of mine on YouTube. Yeah, he's been commenting on my shitty little videos for, like, you know, near enough since I started making shitty little videos, and he's always been such a nice guy, and such a nice way of criticising my creations, you know, with the oil burning, without telling me I'm a complete twat. Yeah, so, you know, I have a lot of respect for the bloke. Either way, he's just started uploading videos again, and really brought it home how massively overcomplicated I've been making my attempted oil burners. Yeah, he can throw something together out of a couple of bits of old scrap and have it working, like, you know. His welding's beautiful, by the way. You know, if you go and check his channel out, you'll see what I mean. So, you know, with that in mind, and with my interest in heating the shed at an all-time high due to the fact that I'm going to be making some glass fibre moulds and then making some concrete roof sections for the bunker out of them. I'm going to make a heater, but we're going to make it super simple and then overcomplicate it, just so I can put my little stamp on things. Okay, so that's what we got so far. A gun safe with the door cut off, and gas bottle and some pipe sticking out the end of it. Alright, but you know, this gives us a rough idea of what's going on here. I think this will work. I think this will be very nice. We've got nice heavy metal on that high pressure bottle. Nice stout bit of pipe there. It's mild steel. Perhaps be best to use stainless for the chimney, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And what else? Yeah, at least it's a decent wall thickness. Oh. Well, here's the turn up for the books. I've kind of half broken this this slip roll, which I you know, I'm not entirely happy about. I think it's just the bolts that are bent, but either way, I don't want to push it anymore. So we'll find another way of closing this up. How the devil? Okay. How the devil are you? Alright, folks. Okay. So you know it's going to be a good bit of science when the Dexan and cable ties come out. Let me just show you what we got here. We're about ready to stick some fuel in it and see what happens. Yeah. So we've got the burn pot, and that's got a little ring welded inside, so this can drop down in there. Very nice. This is going to end up getting cut down eventually when we put it in an enclosure, but for now it's a decent length, and it's got the blower at the end of it, cable tied onto the bit of Dexan, and what we got, a temporary fuel pot, bit of pipe. Look, Mr. Oil Burner always makes it very clear it's all about fuel consumption, eh? It's the biggest takeaway. Keep it simple, and you know, your fuel consumption's the most important variable here. Providing my blower's up to the job, I suppose. We just got a bit of I don't know. I guess this is 3.2mm copper pipe, and it's got no obstructions or anything in it at the minute, and the plan is to get this nice and hot, get the burner nice and hot, and then start feeding fuel in I'm guessing we're going to have way too much fuel going in, and then I'm going to crimp it, yeah, and we're going to get the whole thing running nicely. When it's running nicely, and when I've crimped this pipe down a bit, then I'm going to start metering the fuel going into this pot, yeah. So to start with, it's probably going to burn a bit dirty, and that's okay because we're only experimenting at the moment. And then obviously, once we get that pipe crimped down and we can see how much fuel we're using in 10 minutes or whatever, then when I build this whole thing into that box, I can have a metering pump, and I'll be a couple of steps ahead of the game because I'll know exactly how much fuel that metering pump's got to deliver, yeah? Okay, and then we've got the chimney on the rest of the bottle. Not a massive concern at the minute, but I'll probably have to put a baffle in this at some point, and yeah, again, we'll see when we get this running nicely. I guess I'll make some sort of judgment on whether I want to baffle this, you know, put a plate in there, which will be a little bit awkward now, but I'm pretty sure I can stick my hand up inside there with a MIG and, you know, snot weld something to the inside. Might leave the top off for now, just for the first little test run. That's it. Let's see what it's doing. Maybe not. Shall I put it on? Oh, you bastard. A bit of air. Yeah, that helps. Okay, I've been taking readings at the bottom here. We've gone from 330 down to sort of 220ish. It seems to have stabilised around 220ish. But it's not burning as cleanly now. I'd reckon that's it's not really got enough fuel going in to sustain itself, which really means that that little copper pipe I put on the temporary fuel tank isn't large enough diameter. It's a reasonably chilly day, isn't it? We're under 10 degrees, so what? I suppose that oil's a bit gloopy, so we'll solder another bit of slightly larger copper pipe onto the bottom of another tin and try and throw some more fuel at it, see what that does. Yeah, so it's burning quite happily now. I mean, there's a tiny bit of smoke, but the temperatures dropped right down to like 230 or something. So we're going to step up the size of that pipe again. You know, I'm certain this is going to be too big now, and maybe I'll just go for the biggest pipe I've got. Yeah, I think that'd be the sensible thing to do, because we can pinch it and restrict the flow. But we'll do that. Okay, so we've got the finner's barrel on there with a 10mm pipe coming out of it now. That's going to be way too big, I already know it is. And just burning off the carrier in the bottom of that. I haven't actually put any oil in here yet. I'm going to get some pliers on standby to crimp it before I do. Okay, I've sort of come to the conclusion that that the fan's not big enough to burn enough fuel to keep that pot hot enough, yeah? Which I think is a reasonable conclusion. There's a lot of mass on that pot, it's quite cold outside, and you know, I'm not actually trying to burn that much fuel, but every bit of combustion air is coming from that fan, and it just works so much better when I'm overclocking the fan. So I've got it at, you know, 16 right now, 16 volts. I'll crank it up to 20, it's lovely. So I'm going to pull that fan off and put a different one on that's got a lot more delivery and a variable speed on it. So I think that'll help us fine tune this thing a bit better. Oh, that's the other fan. I think it's a bit more than I was looking for, but we'll have a little play around like that. That's the lowest setting it's got, you know. Yeah, probably more than I was looking for. We can actually turn the turn the fuel down even more. I think we've got the whole thing's glowing red hot now. This is too much, isn't it? But we've still got way too much fuel because we've got flames coming out the top, so it's not all getting burnt in there. Way too much fuel. I think I might leave it till tomorrow. Like, you know, obviously I'm not a safety sissy, but the darker it gets, the greater the chances of me taking a tumble and you know, kissing that red hot metal are. So I'm going to call it a night. Yeah, see you in the morning. Okay, so you might be able to tell by the state of me, I've been having lots of fun with that burner. I'm finding it quite finicky. So when I if for any reason it goes out and I try and light it again, I don't know, sometimes it lights, sometimes it doesn't, and I mean, I'm not talking about lighting with the kerosene. It can always light with the kerosene, but sometimes it takes, other times I try putting the base of it in sand to make sure it stays nice and hot. I've thrown a load of scrap in there. That seems to make it a little bit easier to start. Then I don't know. I think it works as it is, but I think I'll try something else before I commit to that. I want to try and make a sort of vortexy one. Again, Oil Burner's got a couple on his channel. You know, send the air in so it has to come out of a centrepiece, and then I suppose I'll put a bit of pipe between this and the chimney piece. So we have a bit of expansion chamber. This is a tacked one. I'm going to cut this off here, and then we'll just have a 200mm or 8 inches of this, and try and make a little swirl pot, I suppose, and have the combustion take place in here, and then heat up the bit of gas pot on here with a bit of chimney. So yeah, I don't know. Let's just experiment and see what happens. Try and get something that's the output on the other one's not great. Like if I try and increase the air or oil, something bad always happens. Like there's, you know, either puts itself out with not enough oxygen, or puts itself out with too much oil, and I can't. I found that balance. When I found that balance, it's either going to melt itself or what? Just a bit shit, I suppose. Let's try a few other things. Okay, so the cyclone type burner works. It starts up. Okay, rather than mess around with the oil feed on that, I've just got this. I made this. You might remember it from such amazing videos as fun with kerosene or kerosene burner experiments. This is just Venturi with 2 bolts. One of them's got a hole going all the way through it. The other one's got a point on it, so it kind of acts like a needle valve, and that's right in the middle of Venturi, I suppose. So it's going to speed up the air a bit and maybe actually turn those oil bits into droplets. Not that it needs it. This I think this is the way forwards, to be honest. Either way, it already has a rubber fitting on it to take that blower. I might actually pull this off and use the Hoover Flex. I'm just going to tape this all on and then we'll give it a proper run up. Okay, so you know, I've had it running a couple of times now. Sort of felt like it was trying to blow up in my face all the time, so I thought we'd relieve a little bit of the back pressure. The pipe that was on there was the same diameter as this. Rather than weld another pipe on, I'm just going to leave this open for a bit and see what happens. You can always stick a pipe on there later. Okay, so next test is trying it with a little bit less air, the airbed pump. We're going to try and start this hot because I mean, it's hot enough now that the oil inside it burns. So I'll put a bit of rag in there, a little dribble of oil, that should cook off, and then we can light that and then we can add the air, see what happens. I think it is a little bit angry with that that big blower, but we'll find out. This is nice, folks, hey? Nice afternoon burn. So I've actually run out of fuel. I can't get any more fuel to come out of the metering nozzle because I originally set up that little Venturi for kerosene, isn't it? And the oil's a bit thicker. But yeah, I think we're kind of in the right place with all this. It's nice to get it glowing red hot. Let's see if it'll glow. Yeah. We are smoking quite badly. All I've been doing to get the extra fuel in there, take the syringe and suck some oil out of the tank and just squirt it in one of the open holes on the feed pipe. Really putting that much more heat out when I do that, it's just making a lot more smoke. Yeah, oil vapour, explosion hazard. It's fun though. Okay, folks. Right. So what do we know? Well, I started this video with a clear plan of what I was going to do to build a expedient workshop heater. So that the whole aim here is to get the shed hot and have something portable, so I can move it over the underground bunker and do the concrete works this winter rather than wait till spring, because we're expecting a pretty shitty winter. But me and concrete, I don't know how long it's going to take, so I want to have that safety net of being able to put a bit of heat over it, put a tarp over the works, and then pump a shitload of heat in there for free with waste oil. So I think the idea of the gun safe and the original CO2 bottle I'm going to abandon now. I just like this too much. It's very easy to fire up and puts out a load of heat, and it's not that sensitive to the fueling as well. So I could even eliminate the fuel pump, the metering pump, and just have a drip feed like a lot of other people do. I don't know. I would love to spend a lot more time just buggering around with oil burners. If that's something that you lot are interested in, go and visit Mr. Oil Burner. He's a funny bloke, nice bloke, and he's done everything already. So his channel was very useful reference wise for me. I'm going to call it a day here, otherwise things will get confusing, and the next video will be the workshop heater build proper. So consider this an R&D video, and then we're going to take all the knowledge and useful little nuggets of information that's been learned, and put that into a nice, simple, high output shed heater. And then we can crack on with the important stuff, can't we? But I can't. I've got to make glass fibre moulds for the concrete sections, and that's not going to be any fun without heat. It's not for me. I'm not going soft, folks. Maybe I am a little bit, but glass is going to be a lot happier if I can throw some heat at it and get things curing. Otherwise I'll be waiting 24 hours for a lamination to dry, and it'll end up being tacky for the next week or something stupid like that, won't it? So it's quite important we get a bit of heat. Quite important. Anyway, well, I hope you found this interesting. It's always fun playing with fire, isn't it? Everyone likes a bit of pyromania, don't they? Hey, alright, so back shortly with a working workshop heater, hopefully. Take it easy, folks. Bye bye.